friends. Welcome. Hi, Miss Jacki.
How are you today?
Oh my goodness, I'm doing so good.
Oh, me too.
Yes, and we've got Suzanne with us today, so we're in for a real treat.
Yes.
We're so glad you all are here. Welcome to Three Themes Live. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to another Three Themes Live. I'm Kris here at my girlfriend's quilt shop, and it is a Wednesday, and it is the last day for Three Themes Live this week, but you know what, the party just continues. We still have lots going on. In fact, if you're a club member, what I understand is you've got a big sew-a-thon this weekend. So we're having a virtual sew-a-thon, and I've been told to show up. No, I'm super excited to be able to do some check-ins with you guys. I'm looking forward to it. So club members, I'll see you Friday and Saturday.
Oh, fun.
I know. Isn't that great? So, you know, this is the time to be sewing, folks.
Yes.
And Jacki and Suzanne are here to help me do that, and we've got some really fun stuff we're going to be talking about today, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, Suzanne, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're getting ready for a quilt retreat of your own.
I am.
And what kind of preparation does it take to get ready for a retreat?
For me, I need to get, well, I'm collecting all the quilts that are going to be hanging up for all the decorations. So I collect about 60 or 70 quilts from people and some for myself, you know. And sometimes I bring some for my girlfriends, which I'd love to grab some today.
Yes, for sure.
And then I have to cut. I don't want to be cutting while I'm there. I want to finish things.
Oh, I agree.
So
That's
I
a good
cut
idea.
everything out and have it ready to go.
That's a
You know
great
what? That's
idea.
a great tip for anyone who's doing
Yes.
any kind of quilt retreat.
I agree.
Don't spend your time cutting at the
Yeah,
retreat.
you don't want to cut there.
No, that's not
Because
fun.
everyone is wanting to cut at the same
Yes.
time, and so you're all trying to fight for the
And you do have to have like fun little treats for people.
Yes.
You gotta bring the candy
Always.
and all
Always.
the nuts and stuff to sit at the table. So-
I'm super
always.
envious. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I am too.
Well, come sometime.
That sounds like fun. Is it
definitely
a
need to,
3-day?
for sure.
How long are you?
This one's actually, I'm going to be there from Tuesday to Saturday.
Awesome.
Oh,
Well, we have galas coming up,
know.
and it's not too late to sign up for that either. So
Kind of the same feeling.
kind of the same
Yeah.
feeling. In fact, I've heard from several people in the last few days who have been signing up and are really excited. So if that's you out there, congratulations. And if
Yay.
you're thinking about, you know, maybe I should take a trip out to Utah. Let this be your sign. Come on out, hang out with the girlfriends. We'd love to see you.
The weather's
for
great.
4 days of sewing, fun,
Yeah.
right?
maybe I should do that.
Yes, exactly.
That might be a lot of fun
It would
because it is a lot of fun, and I've actually never been
Yeah.
a participant.
Yes.
But how
Wouldn't
fun.
that be great?
How fun would that be?
It would be,
Yes.
definitely. All
Yeah.
right, maybe I should. Can I just like go incognito? I put on a mustache or something.
You
Like
should.
I'm just sewing away.
Yes,
That's it.
exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, we all love to sew. We love to get together and sew. And one of the things that I find so amazing about the hobby and the industry that we're in is that quilting is almost like a worldwide language.
I said
no
it's
matter
international.
where you'd go in the world, if you found another fellow quilter, you are connected,
connect.
right?
Yes, true.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
And so today we thought it might be fun for Jacki. I gave her the challenge and asked her if she would share with us perhaps 3 different countries that all celebrate quilting in different ways. So
Yes.
what did you find out?
I learned so much about, I had so much fun. This
Yeah.
was actually a great challenge for me because I kind of knew that quilting was an international thing that a lot of people
Sure.
did, but it's so true that that is something that joins the whole world. You got the whole world in your, you know, we
Exactly.
should break out in song.
Yes.
So
Don't you think when you go to other countries too, like if you do travel, you
Yes.
look for quilting
Yes,
places?
you
I know
do.
I
Absolutely,
Yes,
yes.
you
I
do.
Yes.
Yes, so it was really hard to even narrow it down to 3 because
Right.
I I learned so much.
Wow.
So the 3 that I chose were
let's
from
hear.
Japan,
Okay.
from Africa,
Oh, yes.
and from Germany.
Okay.
And the reason why I chose those today, because they really have some stark differences between the 2 of them, you know, and they
Interesting.
have some different styles
Okay.
that really intrigued me.
Okay.
And so that's what I chose. But I found some really fun, photos of. When we'll first talk about
Let's
Japan.
take a look, yeah.
Now Japan, I was really
Oh,
intrigued by.
yes.
Look how beautiful this is.
That is
The big
gorgeous.
thing about Japan is their precise and their textile mastery. They are. They love to do small, intricate stuff, and the second photo is just a close-up of that first one. And look
That's
how
gorgeous.
tiny. So they start from very beginning, and it's almost like they spend a lifetime
Wow.
getting their technique
That's
down.
really incredible.
They're very
I-
precise.
Was that hand quilted?
Yes,
Oh my
Wow.
they
So
love
beautiful.
to do hand quilting. In fact, that is something that they are really known for, is their precision.
Okay.
And their precise, even stitches.
That
so
doesn't surprise me at all.
they don't
Yeah.
do the
It doesn't seem like they're ever in a hurry.
No.
You know.
Well, they're definitely into sashiko, right? That's
yes,
where
and
sashiko
so
comes
that
from.
is
Look
what
at that.
they are famous for. And we have all heard that because some of our machines will even do the sashiko stitch. But a lot of it is they do everything by hand. And they love miniature. So if you ever see anything from Japan, and they also love the soft muted fabrics, you know,
I love
those
Japanese
colors.
prints and
Oh, they are
fabrics, yes.
beautiful. They really just have this serene
Yep.
look. But the thing that really struck me the most was that they love the intricacy and their precision,
Yes.
and
I can see that.
I really admired that a lot.
Yeah.
So that
That's
part,
beautiful.
that was the one I loved
Okay.
learning about them.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
So Japan first. What's
Yes,
next?
well, the next one is Africa, and Kris has a heart. You love Africa, right?
I do love Africa.
And I
yes.
chose Africa because of, I mean, they're just completely opposite as far as,
Yeah,
as
yes.
colors and stuff. And a
Exactly.
lot of their stuff is very expressive.
Yes.
And they tell stories with their quilts.
It's super bold.
It's
They
very
do.
Isn't it
bold.
bold?
And I would agree that, yeah, Africa does definitely tell stories with their quilts,
Yes.
for sure. So we've got it on Germany right now. Let's go back to Africa for a moment. And there we go. Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
this
It
is
says Germany, but it's actually Africa. I
Yes.
wondered. I thought,
Yes.
that looks
But
like
don't you
Africa."
just love the bright colors?
I do.
And so, Kris, you
Yes.
brought your fun
did,
stuff
yes.
today.
Well,
from
you know, I spent some time in Africa a few years ago.
Yes, you did.
Helping teach women how to sew.
I love
And
this.
This was one of the things that I brought back with me that I absolutely loved. One of the dear women made it. And you know, it's one of those things that I will always treasure. She cut everything by hand, right? Just
So
with scissors.
cute.
And you know, it's not perfect.
No.
And yet it is so perfect, right? We kind of talked about that earlier this
Yes.
week, that, you know, it's beautifully broken. That's kind of what I thought of when I saw this. I'm like, you know what, this is absolutely beautiful as is. And she wrote in here, you know, stitched out, God is good, come and see, and blessings from God. And she did this, and I just absolutely love it. It is such a treasure, and it hangs in my office to remind me of that. And it's true, when they talk about telling a story, you know, so many of their projects that they do are often to tell a
Yes,
story. right?
exactly. Exactly, and
then
I
when
love
you share
this.
about the big beautiful prints, I
Oh,
mean, come on.
look,
Are you
I
kidding
know.
me?
They
like,
are gorgeous.
Could I come home from Africa without this bag?
Oh, I would have.
think not.
No, I said, good call on
I
your
had to-
part. Yes.
I had to
Interesting.
bring back the bag.
how primary everything is in their colors. They're
Yes.
just so bright
Absolutely.
and
Yes.
saturated. So,
Yeah.
And then-
look at that.
Look at that fabric.
Oh, you guys, I still have, and they sell it, in meters, and I still haven't done a thing with it.
Those
Well,
are cathedral
it
windows.
has to be a really special something, right?
It does. I'm waiting for the
Oh, I
perfect
love that.
thing to do with. Here's some of my favorites.
So cute.
Folks, I brought back so much fabric from Africa.
I love
you wouldn't
that.
believe it.
That is so pretty,
But-
and I
well,
love the
maybe you would.
metallics. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Isn't that so fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, Africa prints definitely have my heart for sure.
Yeah, so they definitely have a different look to them.
fact,
But
this
there
was-
again, it's more of a free form, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
More free form than it is real
Yes, than
intricate and precise.
Exactly.
And so you look at this and it's telling a story. I'm sure that
It
whoever
is.
it is in this loves maybe reading, maybe it could be a going to school.
Well, she
Or-
was showing the baskets on top of her head
Oh.
as she's going through the fields and walking back home.
I love it.
Isn't
I
that
love
beautiful?
it. Yes.
So yeah, we were doing applique together, and again, such a beautiful memory. And I'll tell you, and I've shared this once before, I think, but I think it goes for sharing it once again. That these women are so grateful and so humble that every little thing just means the world to them. So we're in this little tiny house. There's probably 30 women all there trying to sew, and it was hot. I mean, no air
Yeah.
conditioning. We are so spoiled here. And there was only one iron to share amongst
Wow.
30 women.
Wow.
And you know what? Every single one of them, no complaints. No, they weren't getting after each other. They were just as calm as could be. And so they would wait for somebody to use the iron, and then they come sit down. In fact, they would even unplug the iron
When they
in
were done.
between.
Oh.
Yeah, so as to not waste electricity.
Oh, that's
And
great.
so, and then the next person would get up and she'd plug in the iron, and then she would iron. It was, I don't know, it was a very poignant moment for me to remember just how blessed we are.
That is an incredible experience that you
Great
had.
story.
It was.
I think that would be lovely. And that's one of the reasons also that I wanted to do Africa as
That's
well, is
awesome.
because I know that you went
Yeah.
and you had such a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
So it's just so wonderful to see
Yes.
that people create and that we all love to,
Yeah.
I mean, it joins us.
Yeah.
No matter what. You didn't have any idea about any of the ladies that you
Right.
ran
No.
into.
Uh-uh.
But you were brought together
Absolutely.
because of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Germany, tell us about
Yes. Well, the reason why I chose Germany was because that's where my husband's family is
that. Right.
was from.
Yes.
And it doesn't. I mean, they're really big into contemporary and art movement is what they're really big into.
Yes.
They have bold designs and they love to manipulate. Now, we do have someone, some of you may know her, Zen Chic. She's
Oh,
a designer.
yes, absolutely.
She's from Germany, and a lot of her patterns are very contemporary.
Yes.
And third, and they love the bold, the bold prints.
Yeah,
and
I would say it's definitely more on the modern
yes,
side, right?
very, very modern.
I look at Zen Chic and I follow her and look at her patterns, and they're real minimalist. There's a
Yes.
lot
Right.
of
Yes.
It's just so
Yes.
it is. It's very modern. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yes,
It's very
I
clean.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Because just what I know of my husband's family, they are very,
Wow.
very minimalistic.
Yeah,
is what
sure.
if you want to say that. Yeah,
Sure,
they're very
yes,
careful.
yes.
So, but anyway, it was just fabulous
Yeah.
to kind of dive into seeing what other countries did as far as quilting goes.
It's interesting. If someone were to do something about the United States, what would the style be?
Oh,
That would
that's
be
a good-
interesting.
I don't think you could
Regionally, it's
figure it out.
different.
Oh,
it's
I think
different in
it's
so many
just-
different regions of the
That's
Right.
true.
Like I will look at some of the things
Yeah.
from the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
Tons of batiks and things.
Yes.
Southern California, very different, very
Yeah.
happier, lighter colors.
Yes.
Same here in Utah.
Yes.
So like a lot of the nature, like up in Wyoming and
Yes,
all that stuff. I
exactly.
mean, they have
Okay.
their own style.
I think that begs the question.
Yeah.
I want to ask it for you in the comments, because I know we have men and women from all over the country.
Right.
Tell us regionally, that just got me thinking,
Yeah.
Suzanne, regionally, what do you think your area of the country might be known for? Now, obviously, it's not going to be the same for everyone, but it would be interesting to say, yes, I'm from the Pacific Northwest and it's definitely batiks, you know, or I'm from the Southwest and it's batiks, but it's in Southwestern colors,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Right.
Or, you know, those back east, New Hampshire and Connecticut and, you know, those areas, what would you be known for?
That's
just kind
a
of an
good,
interesting
that is
question.
a really good question.
Yeah, I would love to hear that.
Yes, Laura, I do love miniature, and that's why I chose Japan,
Yes.
because
Yes.
I loved all of the little miniature things. And Betty Jo says Hawaiian also.
Yes, they're
and that
very
was
different
one
too.
that I also
Yeah.
thought that would be interesting
I
too.
mean, that's a region
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It
different
is.
than what we
Karen
would do here.
Karen is sharing on YouTube. She said, check out the charity So Powerful. They work with a sewing corporate in Africa and have purse project for donors to do. And yes, Karen,
Oh,
we
that would
actually
be
have
awesome.
done some things with So Powerful. In fact, we've been a sponsor of So Powerful for many, many years. I absolutely love the organization. I love their mission. So for those of you who may not be familiar with it, maybe it's time that we do another show with
Yeah.
So Powerful, because
great.
they do make these little handbags for the girls to be able to continue going to school during certain periods of the month, right? Certain
Yes.
times of the month. And so it's just one of those things that I think is actually very powerful. It's something we don't think about too often, but it really is an issue in some of those countries that, you know, may not be able to have the resources that we have. So
Right.
thank you, Karen, for sharing that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Janet says that in Oregon, anywhere from natural outdoor colors to bright, crazy colors and
Yeah.
textures. I can see
I
that
could see
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see it too,
Yes.
because I mean, come on, remember, keep Portland weird. Am I right, Janet?
Yeah, it's
Keep
true.
Portland
Yes.
weird. You're going to have the bright and crazy, but you're right with the natural outdoor colors as well. I think
There's
that's
quite
very
a few
interesting.
influencers, modern influencers in the Portland area
There
too.
is.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. All
Yeah.
right, you guys. Well,
Well, it's been great. I
Thank
loved
you,
I loved
Jacki.
it. It was really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I even think when I go traveling next
Yes.
time, I'm going to take and get fabrics for wherever I,
know.
go,
I agree.
which won't probably be outside of Utah. But
come
next
on,
time,
Jacki.
yes, next time I travel the world, I'm going
right.
to pick up some fabrics.
well, you know what? I think that's a great idea, and that happens to be the perfect segue into theme number 2, because right after this, we're going to join Suzanne at the sewing table, and she's going to take us on a trip around the world. Are you ready for this? We'll be back in just a moment.
Welcome to Galas, the ultimate 3.5-day creative retreat from my girlfriend's quilt shop. Come stitch, learn, and connect under the stars with hours of open sew time just for you. Each day brings inspiring demonstrations, new ideas, and techniques to spark your next masterpiece. Plus, you'll be able to rub shoulders with our seasoned sewing veterans that you know and love. Work on your own projects, share stories with fellow makers, and create memories that last long after the final stitch. Enjoy exclusive gifts, fun surprises, and a creative community that feels like family. Join us at Galas in beautiful Logan, Utah. 3 days, your projects, endless inspiration, where creativity shines bright. To learn more, click the link below or go to mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com and sign up today.
I sometimes get frustrated when I have the little pokies coming out. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking
When
about.
You stuff a pillow and so method 1 would be to do what we call tapering the edges. Start sewing and then you taper.
You just went right off the edge.
I just went right off the edge right here. and
It
fixed
still looks square though.
Here's a different method. I did a 1/4 inch and I did a 1/4 inch here, but I rounded it. Anything that's circular, put it in the corner, and then I drew my rounded edge.
I can see
You can see
yeah.
that. I mean, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That looks pretty good to me. The wrapped corner technique. Take it out of the machine. I am pivoting to go the opposite direction. Before I do though, I take my seam allowance and fold it over. Here you go, right
Oh, I
there.
like that one
and you
too.
have a nice corner.
But it also gives yourself a sense of confidence. Remember, 3 Things Live is where we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
A round of applause.
Way to go.
Yes,
Exciting.
absolutely. Let's Welcome back, everyone, to 3 Things Live. We are here at the sewing machine, and I'm Kris.
I'm Suzanne.
And I'm Jacki.
And we are here to talk about literally a trip around the world,
Yes,
right?
literally.
I mean, I'd love to get on a plane right now and jet
Wouldn't
set, but I think just,
Let's just pretend.
Let's just go in our sewing room
Yes.
let's make the trip around the world quilt,
like
shall
it.
we?
I like it.
Now, this is a project that I absolutely love because it's perfect for using jelly rolls, right? You don't have to have a jelly roll, but it sure makes it convenient.
So
Yes.
easy that way.
Yeah.
So easy that way.
And there's a very unique way on how this comes together,
Right.
isn't there? So
That's right.
before we do that, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the quilt that we are looking at today. And look at that.
Isn't that cute?
You know, it's interesting
love it.
because when you're up close, you don't really notice much difference, right?
Right.
It looks like a bunch of squares.
You know, it kind of reminds me of like Monet with the water lilies. You don't see in the painting. You don't see the actual thing if you're up close. But if you back away, you can see what that is. It's awesome.
Yeah, so when you go back up on this quilt, you see that
see the design.
trip around the world.
Right.
You see the blues, the pinks, the yellows, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm dying over the fabrics.
I think
it's such
I
a
love
cute jelly
I
roll.
says,
Such a cute one. I forget what
Yeah.
it's named even.
oh, it's really cute.
It is.
It's on the front of the pattern as
Yeah.
well, which we
It's
have
from
right
Moda.
here.
It's from Sherry and Chelsea. I know that.
Is that right?
Moda,
Okay.
something Beach House or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
But you can
shout
find
out
that.
to the ones who picked that.
Yeah.
I think Catherine who picked that jelly roll. It was when I started putting it together. I thought, this isn't going to work very well because it's really hard to see.
Yeah.
Because you're limited to the colors that they send you in the jelly roll.
Right.
Okay.
But you take your time and you pick. You're going to put it in. Well, should I just go ahead and explain how to make this work?
How
Let's
do
just-
we make this work? Because
We're gonna make
I
this
would
work.
imagine we have to put it in some colorways, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So, real quick before we started, Jacki helped me find some things about the Trip Around the World quilt.
Okay.
And you don't normally start with the jelly roll, back in the old days.
Yeah.
Right.
It was started in the 18th century, and one thing that you discover is that these are just squares, and the color placement is what makes the design. It's not actually the block that's going to
Right.
make your design. So
That is.
it's such a cute pattern, and it's pretty
It
fun.
is really cute.
But we've got a kind of a modern way to put this together rather than all individual squares, which you get thousands of them if you're going to do a big quilt.
Can you imagine
Oh my
cutting
Not by
all of
hand.
these squares by hand the way
Right.
they used to?
No.
Yeah.
And
No
then,
thanks.
that would just be so tedious.
Well,
It
the
would.
fun thing about the jelly roll is, you're going to take these out. You're going to open it up and
Put that right over there. Yeah.
put it in color order. So you need 5 different color sections. So this one I would probably pick black. You could do it like dark, medium, light, light, and then really light. However it works
Okay.
to go with your colors. And so I've taken an old jelly roll of my own and separated them. I was telling Kris and Jacki, this jelly roll is before they actually cut them with pinking shear.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So it's pretty old. But so I've got them in the colorways. There's my dark, that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you have to have 5 sections.
Okay.
Okay.
do not forget to mark these because you will get confused if you're doing that. So
Yes.
because some of those are
Okay.
kind of close.
I think number one rule, mark them.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely mark them.
Okay.
So let's get those out of the way. And so I've pulled out, so say for example, we've pulled out 5 strips already, and you're going to sew 5 strips together. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? So I can always remember that the darkest one is my number 1. It is the one that's going to show up the most.
Okay.
So if you look at the blue up there,
Yes.
it's no, blue is the number 1.
Okay, so you're telling us whichever color we want to show up the most is going to
That
be the very left.
is-
I would start that with
Okay.
number 1.
Okay.
So depending on where you place it, again, it's going to change the design. So, but what we're going to do here is you've sewn 5 together, but we're going to sew 1 more together.
Okay.
We're going to sew
Oh, in a tube?
Yeah, we're going to make a tube.
Okay.
So I'm going to have Kris sew number 5 to number 1. So this is 5, this is 1. So if you'll just do a
Okay.
1/4 inch stitch down that,
Sure.
and then we're going to move on from there, and it's going to be, you'll see the magic.
Well, I can see
This
how
really
you would
is
really
so
want to make sure that you mark them of what
Yes.
numbers
Oh,
they
it
are.
got so confusing.
That is so important.
Especially if you're using scraps or a jelly roll.
Right.
But if you're going to use just 5 colors, it's not quite so bad. You can remember, like, I've got my blue, my red, my yellow, my pink, my green, whatever. So it's not too bad when you're just using yardage,
Yeah.
which you can also do that in this pattern.
Okay.
Another
So-
great idea might be to take a picture, a photo of them too.
Yep.
Because-
Yep, that's true.
There you go. There's your
Fun.
tube.
Okay, here's my tube. One thing I want to point out as well, one of my little tips is that when you've got your jelly rolls, you are going to cut them in half. Instead of the full 40 inches or 42 inches that it's going to be, you're going to cut them into sections of 21, 22, whatever your jelly roll is.
Okay.
But you'll see all that in your pattern. You'll have all the strip sets.
Okay.
So now what we've got to do is we've got to make these into 2.5 inch segments because that's how big your squares are going to be.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Jackie, I'm going to have you cut this.
Okay.
So you're not going to press this either.
No pressing?
Do
No
not
pressing?
press.
Okay.
Pressing is, we don't press for a good while. So the
Okay.
easiest way to do this is to start with this edge up here, make it lay down as flat as you can. You
Okay.
kind of have to just smash it.
Okay.
And then I've,
But Suzanne, take a look right under here.
It's
That's
kind of-
okay? You're
Yep.
telling us that's okay.
if it's folded,
Okay.
It's
because you
folded.
really can't do anything other than that.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
can see this one is actually folded right there.
Okay.
Smash it down a little bit. Keep it as straight as you can because you might get a little wonky in there. And then you're going to take.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I love using the Stripology
Yes.
ruler
Yes.
because it helps hold everything down.
Which is
true.
so nice. I do
Yes.
love that as well.
So if you want to take that and then just cut us some 2.5 inch strips on there. I'll
Alrighty.
get out of your way a little bit.
Okay.
The nice thing about starting with the cut edge of your jelly roll, like don't start at the selvage when you sew them together. It gives you a more cleaner edge to start with, and at the end, you know, it might be a little bit janky.
And that's
you know?
okay.
And
Yeah,
that's okay.
We
You
won't
know,
need it.
so I always like to kind of
Clean that off a
clean
little bit.
off a little bit
Perfect.
of that
Let me
too.
get out of your way.
And I always have to stand up. Sorry.
I know, I do too.
I'm like-
I did the pressure.
All right. So now I've got that cleaned up. I've got everything lined up. So now I cut it
Beautiful.
2.5.
2.5.
Okay. And then I
All
got to
the
go
way up.
all the way up, and
then
then
a 5.
5.
I can count by 2.5.
I know.
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Oh,
How much do you want me to do? Is that
okay,
good?
Look how slick this. Keep going.
That is.
Keep
Oh,
going.
okay. Where
Look
was
how
I?
slick
7.
This is.
A 10.
7.5 and then 10.
10. Okay. You guys tell me.
You don't
12
have
and a
to
half.
Thank
lift
you.
up a ruler and put
Yep.
it back down and lift it
That's
up.
why I love it. It just holds it in
Yes.
place for you. 15,
Yes, there we go.
and then 17.5, and then 20.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like I have to write it. I have to write it down.
Or you could also use those little stickers.
Get
Oh,
the
that's
stickers.
true.
Little
The
arrow
little
stickers.
stickers. Yeah.
So the nice thing about this is now you should be able to get 8 of these out of each strip that you did.
Okay.
So let me go ahead. That one got a little bit uncut, but we have other ones to work with. So
Okay.
perfect.
And so we can just throw
Put our
this
blade
away.
back in. There we
Okay.
go.
All
All
right.
right.
And then you're going to have a big pile of these. So sew all your strip sets together. There should
Okay.
be 16
Okay.
strip sets.
Okay.
Sew them all together. And then you're thinking, how am I going to make that out of that quilt out of this? So now we've got this fun little trick that we're going to use, and we're
Oh
going
my
to use
goodness,
our
I love this.
seam ripper.
This is so fun.
I can
Okay,
see
this
where
is
it's
great.
coming. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
And you're going to take a little space here, lay it all out. So I have gone ahead and taken the first one, and I've opened the seam on this little circle between strip number 1, which is my dark one,
Okay.
and strip number 5, which is the yellow one on this. So you would open it right there. So,
So you
Jacki,
would just-
you can
you-
go ahead and do that.
This is when it's really cool to be
Let me show you
unpicking,
the
right?
fast way.
Okay.
I'm going to show you.
Do.
This is your way.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, you just rip
Yeah,
it,
you just well, I got to open it up a little bit here,
and you use the little ball.
and then you just
Yeah.
go. So this makes
the
it
ball down, and then-
worthwhile.
There
Oh,
we
I
go.
stabbed my finger.
Oh, it's like,
That's all right. It just barely hit my skin.
Okay.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right there.
okay.
Okay.
That is great.
So then the next one you're going to open it at between 5 and 4, or maybe 1 and 2. Sorry,
1 and 2.
I got backward.
Okay, so if this
Right.
was,
So it would be
this one is 1 on this particular one. This is 1,
Nope,
right?
that's number 4. This is 5. This is 1.
This is 1 on here because it's different.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one we did between these two. Now you're going to do it between,
You're going to do it between 1 and 2.
Okay,
So 2 will
perfect.
be your top one. So I've opened it. As you can see, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1.
okay,
And then-
I will
perfect.
say this is the reason why we're not cutting squares per
Yeah.
se, like each
Right,
individual
'cause
square.
This is fast.
This is the way that we cut strips, sew strips, cut strips, and then it just starts to create.
That's
it's
right.
almost like a Bargello too,
Yes.
right?
Very true. That's
Okay.
very true.
Okay, this is fascinating.
So, but you notice we still have not pressed this.
Right.
Okay. So we've got 1 at the top, 2 at the top, 3 at the top. This is, which one's this? Can't remember which one I did. Oh, I haven't done this one yet. So I'm going to have you do number 4.
Finished?
Pull
Okay.
right across there. Finish that one.
I don't want to stab myself here.
Yeah, like I did.
All right. Okay, everyone. I managed
Beautiful.
to.
I've been known to do this.
I said I would
Yes,
do.
I have
yes,
done that.
there are
Okay.
lots of different
Okay, so
ways.
that's
Okay, so that
4.
one goes 4.
4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And now we need one more, which is going to be 5, 1, 2, 3,
5,
4.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Did I
So,
do a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4? No.
so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5.
Right. 5,
So-
which is going to be your.
So this one's
That's
5,
That's 1.
and this is 1. So
I mean,
we're
this is 1. That's 5.
okay. So we're gonna do this one, right?
Yes. Right,
Okay.
right there.
All right.
What do you think would be a helpful tip for people if they were getting confused?
I'm confused.
If
that
you
would.
are getting confused, I honestly feel like you just kind of have to memorize what ones you put in each order.
I think I would write down 2. I would
I
write
think
down
so.
a little note that says this is 1, this
Yeah.
is 2.
Or cut a little tiny scrap, and then you'll have it like a little board. Which all these are in number 1, these are number 2. The thing I get confused about is that like I want number 1 to be my dark one, but in my mind, 5 should be the darkest, just because of the order of things. So, okay, so now we've got to get to the point of where we can press. So we've got there's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Kris, you're going to sew these together.
Okay.
You can press these, like, you can press them this way or that way, whichever way you want to go. But this is how you're going to press the rest of the time.
Am I
So-
going to press first, or can I?
Nope, you
can
don't
I
get to
go-
press yet.
I do this
yeah,
as
you
I
just
go.
do that. I know, it feels like it's totally against the grain of what you normally
You know,
do.
I think
Exactly.
it's okay because actually I
Everything
enjoy.
locks.
Yeah, I
Me
like
too.
how everything locks out.
I
the
think
right
it nests better
Yeah.
that way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and so just as I go down, I'm going to lock this. Correct?
Yep, lock them all as you go. And they
Okay.
should match really well because everything is 2.5 inches.
and I can physically see.
Now I would,
And
right,
what's
I
that?
would make them all go the same
Make them all
direction.
go the same. So that means I need to make this guy go the other way
Yeah,
on the bottom.
it
Okay.
does it better.
Okay. So basically, you're telling this strip that you're in charge.
Exactly, exactly,
Like that seam, you are going to go where I want it to go.
right.
There we go. Okay. There we
Okay,
go.
beautiful. Now we've got to press that. You can press now. So, and
take a
it feels
look.
uncomfortable, but yeah, look how perfect that matches.
That's great.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
that. That looks great.
So do you want me to press with the seam
Yes.
over to this way? Should I go down one direction, go up the other direction? What would you like me to
Whichever way that you have sewn them, go ahead and do it. Press from the back because it's a whole lot easier to get it to lay down how
Okay.
you want. And then, yeah,
do? Let's see.
go up.
So this one, I'm gonna go.
Oh, that's steamy today.
That
huh?
is. This one I actually had going in the wrong direction.
Okay, well,
but
that's all right.
not a big
It's
deal.
just one.
Yeah. Okay.
And then let's go, start with number 1 at the top, and then you can just press whichever way you press now, the rest of it will be pressed that way.
Okay. Wow, look at
Look
that.
how clean and tidy
That
it
is
is,
so
and it lays
nice.
down so perfectly.
It does. there was just like a little ripple out there. I just want to get that out of the seam. Okay.
Well, yeah,
There
and
we
I'll
go.
tell you, my pressing, I know that's where most of my mistakes come.
Really?
Yes, I'm not
Oh,
very
okay.
good at my pressing. So,
All right.
okay, so then you would do the same thing with the next set
Uh-huh.
and continue on that way. And in
Okay.
each strip set, there are 11 of these.
Okay.
Okay.
So this top strip set,
Okay, so we have this put together, and
right.
then what?
So that will bring you to this part right here.
Look
so you
at
can't really
this.
see it perfectly with this one yet.
I can
but
see
you
it starting to
can
form.
get the beginning of it.
Yes.
So
You
we've got-
absolutely can.
Yeah, so this one is this is the actual strip set. But when you sew it together, you're going to do all of them this same way. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5, 4, 3, 2. Wait, is it 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 again, or
Sure.
1? You know, just in
Yeah.
order like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So-
Yes, I love that. And don't you think perhaps if you even took crayons and just kind of did
Yeah,
diagrammed it
color it.
yourself,
So-
then you could really see where everything was at, right?
In the pattern, in the pattern, we have that set up for you. You can see exactly how they've done it. It just helps so much
Yeah.
because
That's
when
nice.
you're using scraps, it's a little more confusing. But the
Right.
next thing you need to do, so you'll be making, if you're doing the baby one, you'll be doing 8 of this strip set right here.
Okay.
The next one, the bottom half will be upside down like
down.
this because it's got a
Okay.
point that way.
Yeah.
But you do have to have a joiner. I call it the sash. So you have to have one in here that makes it all connect.
Okay.
And the instructions are in here for that. It's exactly the same way. You take apart this, but you take it apart in a different order.
Okay. But
So,
it tells us exactly
tells
how
you
to
how
do
to do
that.
it, yeah.
So basically, in a nutshell, we're talking having the strips, sewing them together in groups, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Doing the subcut, or doing a tube,
Doing a tube.
then the subcut.
Subcutting.
And cutting them.
And then
and
taking
then you
those
get to
tubes
take it apart.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
fun.
I
Okay.
think what a cool
It's really
technique.
fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Now there's a video of you having done one for was it a table runner? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
I sure did.
There was a video, and we have a link to that.
Okay, good.
Just in case,
Good.
people
Yeah,
want to
it's
do that.
actually one of our most popular videos
Yeah.
we've ever shared.
It's very helpful.
And it was
very helpful.
just in my sewing room.
Well, that's okay.
It's kind of a disaster, but
So-
you know what? It
Yeah.
works. And you can see how it's done too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we went ahead and drew it all out, how you did it. This will help you so much if you look closely at the pattern. So read the pattern. It helps a lot. I've got the vertical sashing for you and the horizontal sashing.
Nice.
So it tells you how to take it apart.
Okay,
Just don't get your numbers confused.
Oh
Right.
my goodness. Okay, great reminder for
So, yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So if you you are interested in the pattern as well as we have the kit for this baby
right, for the
quilt.
baby
Oh
one.
my gosh, I'm dying
So
over it.
cute.
You can find it on our website at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. Of course, we will also have them available on Comet Soul tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time.
Oh, okay.
And I think I think I'm going to have that because
It's
so
darling.
cute.
the fabrics are darling. I look at that and I go, you know what? It doesn't have to be just a baby quilt. I could absolutely see that as a summer tabletop.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
And you
Wouldn't that
can
be
do it with
darling?
any jelly roll.
Yeah.
You just have to use your imagination as to what you think
Right.
how the colors should go.
Right.
Okay.
You know, get you the
So
best.
perhaps color it out a little
Yeah,
bit, or
yeah.
cut yourself a little scrap and put it together, and you can kind of
Yeah.
visually have a better idea, right?
Scraps help.
I love it.
I made one with just yardage, and it was
Mm-hmm.
so much easier after I memorized what color was what.
Yes.
So,
I love that.
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
so
that
gosh.
was
cute.
just my brain.
Well,
so.
and sometimes it's not exact. It doesn't have to be exact colors. If it's more of a light,
Right.
Right. It
That-
doesn't have to be the
'cause
same
that's
print.
all you can do.
You're going
the-
darks, you're going mediums, and
Yep.
you're going lights.
Yep.
So when Betty Jo had asked about why you have the gold in there on the white ring, it's because it still represents a lighter
It's still a
color,
little lighter,
right?
yeah.
As long, right.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the exact, but
Right.
you can definitely see the trips around the world. So I love it.
Very true.
All
Oh,
right, if you're
fun.
interested in the pattern by itself, you can find it on our website at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. Club members, this one is free in the club as well. So you can find it. It is called Trip Around the World with a Jelly Roll. Not to be confused with the other Trip Around the World in our club. We have two called Trip Around the World. This one is with a jelly roll, so I want to make
great.
sure everyone knows that.
The other
All
nice
right.
thing about this pattern,
Yes.
just real quick, I'll let
Yeah.
you know, you can do, we've got the pattern written for baby, lap, and twin, depending on how many jelly rolls. you wanna use.
Fantastic.
So,
Okay, that's really
that's-
good news
yeah.
too. Thank
is.
you so much,
That was so
Suzanne.
fun, Suzanne.
It's such a fun,
I learned,
easy technique.
I
It really
learned
is.
so much.
It really is. It's
Thank you.
it's one of those you just got to give it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give it a
just
whirl.
do. Yeah. And yeah, it feels like
All
it's
right.
a lot when you rip it
Yeah,
apart, but it's really
yeah.
not that bad, I promise.
Okay, sounds good to me. All right, everyone, stay with us because in just a moment I'm going to share with you the answer to one of the most commonly asked questions we get from you. And the good news is it's really easy to do. The second good news is that you need to know this trick for just about every quilt you do. And the third good news is you don't need any special tools to do it.
Great.
Have I piqued your curiosity?
That's
I
awesome.
hope so. We'll be back in just a moment.
I really like doing French.
Yeah.
It really adds a lot. So you can see where I've got my red around that flower. You can see the red.
is your
That's my
bobbin
bobbin.
thread.
I just used it, a red bobbin thread. Kimberbell's tweezers are great
Yes.
because they have that beveled edge on it.
Right.
And so it kind of helps cut your thread a little bit. Just kind of push that until I get that out. Okay.
So you're pulling the red
And
out.
I'm pulling the red. I can also just take my scissors here and just cut those threads. But you can see this takes a little bit more time.
Do you
and
feel
a
like
little
you're
bit-
performing surgery?
I do. I'm gonna flip it around here.
Pull out those corners, right? And then you're just pulling out the fringe.
You can see that just is coming out. See how that just comes right out?
It does.
But you can see, yes, that was done in a matter of seconds.
Exactly.
This takes a little bit more tedious work to do it that way. So yeah.
Okay.
So there you
I
go.
love that. Welcome back, everyone. All right, I love the tutorial. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
You know, I've done the trip around the world
Yeah.
before, but this kind of gets me giddy. I want to do it again.
It's so much
It's
fun.
a cool technique, so
I can't
thank
wait
you.
to put this together.
Yeah, it's going to be really cute. You'll have to show us
Oh,
for
I
sure.
will.
Yes.
I will.
All right, guys, what is one of the number one questions we get here at Girlfriends? Any idea?
Something
Has to
about
do with binding.
It has to do with binding, exactly. And so today I'm going to show you real quickly the discovery that could help you in every way, and that is how do you join the ends of your binding?
Yes.
So we're not going to go through all of binding. I just want to talk briefly about joining the ends. So let's go ahead and take a look at my example here. So I've started my binding. One of the things that's important when you're doing this method is to always leave a flap tailing, or a flapping in the wind, flap tail, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And then we're gonna go ahead and stitch around a quarter inch seam allowance all the way around. Now you get to the end and you're going, how do I combine this? I'm freaking out. No need to do that, because see all this extra stuff? I don't need to worry about that. I'm just gonna cut off some of it so that I have now two very manageable pieces. So the idea is we want to miter this together. So here's my little trick for doing that. What I do is I lay this side flat, I bring this one over, and do you see where those two overlap? All right, where those two overlap is where you're gonna measure from. Now, here's the math part of this. Whatever, and it's not hard, whatever you measured your binding to be is the magic number that you have to remember for this. So, for example, my binding is at 2.5 inches. So 2.5 inches is my magic number. When I place this over top, I'm gonna go ahead and take my ruler. Oh my goodness, this just happens to be a 2.5 inch ruler. Wow. What do you know? And I'm going to place that ruler right over top, again, just over where these two pieces meet, all right? At that point, I'm just gonna lift it off and cut. If I wanted to, I could make a marking here if I wanted to, but right there is all it took. So again, this was placed over. I looked at where they overlapped. I measured 2.5 inches.
This is where I forget.
And
this is great.
That's it.
Yep.
That's all there is to it, guys. So now at this point, what I'm going to do is take my fingers, dip them into the pockets, and then I have these two pieces kiss. I bring this one up to the left, and I bring this one over to mwah, right? So once again, fingers in pockets, bring this one up to the left, bring this one over to smack it on the lips, and now I'm going to take a pin, and sorry about that,
That's all
Suzanne.
right.
Let me grab
There's
a pin.
right there.
A pin.
Oh, a pin.
Way that you feel most comfortable with. Way that you feel most comfortable with is fine. I'll go ahead and draw a line since some of us may not have that guide beam. I want to make sure everyone knows how this is done. We're going from outside corner to outside corner. All right. And this is why sometimes if you have a few pins, it can be very helpful, because this little guy's a little squirrely, right? All right. And then we just go ahead and mark our line, okay? And Jackie, I'm going to ask you to sew directly on that line, and then we're about done.
Yeah.
We are about done. So, yes, Jan, you're right. You can also do that. So another tip that she shares is you could cut an extra piece of binding off, and
as your
then
measurement.
you can use that as your measurement. So either one of those is perfect. Yeah, you know what, that's good to remember too, Jan, because your binding is at 2.5 inches, so you might as well use that for your measurement.
I
Also, how that's
always
done.
forget that. I always forget, okay, wait. So I get to the point of where I just like, oh, let me just guess, and I'll cut a diagonal. And sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. So.
Exactly. All
Okay.
right, so my tip right here is always check that this is correct before you cut it.
Yes, that is a good, a good
I
tip.
don't know, maybe I know that from experience, but yeah, that looks really good, so I feel okay to go ahead and trim this off, just like that, okay? Get that rotary cutter back in place, and now I
Look how
can
perfect it
press
is.
this open,
That's
the
great.
seam open, and then I just lay it like this, and look how nicely it just falls right back into that seam. And now I can go ahead to my sewing machine and finish sewing this. Now, let me share something real quick that Jan had mentioned, and that was how she was saying you could take the scrap of your binding, remember this that was
Yes.
left over? Well, if this is 2.5 inches, that serves as my ruler,
Right.
right? All I'd have to do is just place it over that. That's perfect,
Yeah,
2.5
that's
inches.
great.
I didn't need to do that because I had a 2.5 inch ruler handy. But if you didn't, or let's say you did 2.25 inches,
Right.
right?
Right.
You could just take the scrap, use that as your ruler, put it over top, cut it, and there you go. So at this point, let's go ahead and take it to the sewing machine one more time. Let's sew a 1/4 inch. And that's all there is to it.
That's
for
awesome.
years, I used to, when I first started quilting, I had a special ruler that was designed just for that. Now, if you've got a special ruler and you absolutely love it, then that's great. Keep using it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But if you don't, or sometimes, how many times do you get to a place and go, I don't know where I put my ruler, or I forgot to take it to the quilt retreat, right?
Right.
This is one of those ways that you don't have to have the special ruler.
Yeah.
I
This
do mine
is
2
the part of
1/4,
the
so-
binding, the quilting that it's really it stresses me out.
Right?
Yeah,
But look at
but
that.
that is awesome.
It's beautiful, and now it's ready to just go in. You have no idea where your binding started and where it ended.
It's great.
Yep.
Woo!
That's-
All right.
Yay.
Okay,
That's
there
awesome.
you have it, friends. We hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. If you're interested in more binding tips and tricks, we do have a class available on our website as well called Binding Made Easy. And you can find all of my tutorials on how to miter your corners,
Yeah.
how to, cut it, how to figure out the math, all the things. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, we hope you enjoyed today's little trip around the world. And, give it a try and see how you like it. Heck, if you just did one trip around the
Right.
world, it would be a super cute
Yeah,
little
it would be
table
so
cover, a
cute.
pillow,
I'm all
all
for that.
kinds of
I
things.
agree.
So anyway, all right, friends. One final announcement before we leave: Petals and Projects, the new Passport series, is coming up. Jacki and I are so excited. We hope you'll join us for that. If you have a Scanica, a Silhouette, or a Cricut, doesn't matter. And Jacki, what is your favorite thing about these projects?
Oh, because they're flowers.
Yes,
I'm
they make you happy,
yes,
right?
I said it's all about, we want to get out of this dreary winter.
Exactly, so true. So you can find that on our website. We'd love to have you join us for some fun. The first project drops on March 27th. So, and make sure while you're at it, get a kit because the kits are awesome. They have everything you need. All right, and I hope you'll join me tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for another Comment Sold live
We'll be
sale.
there.
We've got some cute stuff. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's just too fun. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep doing all the things you love, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.